From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, January the 4th, 2024. The IDF said today that it eliminated a senior Palestinian Islamic Jihad commander in an airstrike in Gaza. The IDF said he served as an assistant to the heads of the northern region of the Gaza Strip in the PIJ and was a central figure in the terror group, initiating and leading many terror attacks and attacks from Gaza against Israel routinely and during the war, and was in contact with senior officials of the organization's headquarters abroad. Fierce battles between Israeli troops and Hamas terrorists continue in Gaza, with fighting reportedly intensifying in the central and southern parts of the Strip. The Times of Israel cited Brigade Commander Colonel Mickey Sharvit saying of current operations in the Khan Yunis area, there is no innocent infrastructure. He said, we encounter terror in almost every home, in hospitals and schools. Our forces even eliminated terrorists who emerged from an underground tunnel in a school. And in the area of Nor el-Shams, the IDF said troops located a booby-trapped building on the lower floor of which they said is a kindergarten, which is run by UNRWA, the United Nations Relief and Works Agency. Troops also this week, the IDF said, found and destroyed an underground Hamas military compound on the coast of central Gaza. 2 rockets were fired from Gaza at Ashkelon overnight last night. They were said to have been intercepted by the Iron Dome, and there was no damage or injury reported. A number of projectiles were also fired at northern Israel from Lebanon. The IDF hit terror targets of Hezbollah in Lebanese territory. U.S. diplomatic envoy Amos Hochstein arrived in Israel today amid the security situation on the Lebanese border. This also follows the deputy leader of terror group Hamas taken out in a drone strike this week, which Lebanon alleged was carried out by Israel, though Israeli officials have not commented. After which, Hezbollah and Hamas both threatened to retaliate against Israel. Hochstein met today with Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, who said, I emphasize to Ambassador Hochstein our commitment to changing the security situation at the border. Gallant said, we prefer to do this through a political solution, but the window of time for this is short. Well, dozens of Israeli protesters gathered along Tel Aviv's Begin Highway, blocking traffic, calling for the release of the hostages still being held captive by Hamas in Gaza. Also today, the families of American hostages being held captive launched a national television ad calling on all government officials to do everything possible to bring home the hostages before it is too late.
Every second counts. Do everything. Bring them home now.
Jewish professor Alan Garber, who is Harvard's provost, will serve as interim president of the university after the resignation this week of Claudine Gay, as the school searches for a new permanent president. Garber praised Gay's devotion to Harvard and said on Tuesday, my focus during this interim period will be on advancing our mission and helping to heal and strengthen a university that I cherish. He said there is much to be done, and while today has been a difficult day, I know what this community can accomplish together. He said, I am confident we will overcome challenges we face and build a brighter future for Harvard. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, January the 4th. At 7 o'clock, Robert Siegel leads a panel discussion on the latest trends in Washington. At 8, Moment Magazine's Nadine Epstein hosts an interfaith dialogue with Muslim American Zainab Khan, Iranian American Shirin Tabe, and Jewish American Heidi Bash Harod on confronting war, rape, and hate. And coming up next, I speak with the Chief of Staff of the Combat Antisemitism Movement, Arthur Maserjian, about the resignation this week of Harvard's president and the sharp rise of antisemitism on college campuses since the Hamas massacre of October the 7th. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, January the 4th, 2024. I'm Teisha Bader. Am Yisrael Chai.